You know, I've always wondered what makes some games so infinitely replayable. Is it the gameplay, the music, the vibes? Or something different entirely? Something deeper, embedded in the psyche? Hi, I'm BetweenSardine, and I've just finished my 4th playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, 4th playthrough. And as I watched the protagonist, Jin, spoiler warning, slice the head off the primary antagonist, Khoten Khan, for the 4th time, I couldn't help but be befuddled by the amount of time that this Ubisoft game has managed to steal from me. So if you want to delve deep and discover the secrets behind Ghost of Tsushima's infinite replayability, then stick around, grab a drink, and get comfy, because this is going to be a good one. Ghost of Tsushima is a 3D open-world action-adventure RPG where you don the mask of Jin Sakai as he battles through really dumb trauma, lethal difficulty kicking him in the balls, Mongolian throat singing, and much more. Ghost of Tsushima is a very linear game that allows you to deviate in some ways, not nearly close to the degree of freedom found in games like Baldur's Gate 3 and Fallout New Vegas. However, what's on offer here is still nothing to scoff at. For example, after the sick-ass intro on Komodo Beach where all the samurai get killed and Jim is left the only one standing, you get access to every Mongol camp and every side quest in the first area. And the main quest will have some dialogue contingencies for your progress in these side quests. It shows that the former developer underdogs at Sucker Punch have a significant degree of love and care for not only the world, but the ways in which you engage with the world that they've painstakingly crafted. Throughout the plot of Ghost of Tsushima, you work your way through 3 main, increasingly difficult sections of the titular Tsushima Island, which has at this point been overrun with Mongol forces. You clear bandit camps, do side missions, free hostages, and pretty much just that. So how is it so engaging to the point I'd sacrifice over 200 hours on a 25 to 30 hour game? Well, for starters, let's look at the way the game handles random encounters. A random Tsushimian is taken hostage with a few Mongols around. You get to charge in on your horse like a badass, as they always spawn nearby. Then you get to engage with the game's insanely fun and simple, yet very deep and high skill ceiling combat system. But be careful, if you die, that's it. They're gone for good. So once and if you actually clear this random encounter, it also adds to the world building as you get to ask the hostage for a local place nearby. For example, a bandit camp, which is the most fun part of the game in my opinion. From start to finish, this encounter is nothing but fun, rewarding, and mentally fun, as the fact that one wrong move could lose you the entire encounter makes you hold your breath and lock in. Needless to say, I stopped for all of them. But how is the game so captivating? I hear you saying, James. This high degree of captivation is achieved by not only rewarding the player for every single little step they take any given direction, but also through the way that the game treats difficulty. You can pick between some bomb-ass easy modes, hard, and lethal. Now, 2 of my 4 playthroughs were on lethal, and there's a great reason for that. It reshapes the game from a silly katana versus sword bash into a lethal struggle for survival where the dishonorable ghost tools become a necessity at times. At any given moment, I'd be standing outside a group of Mongols or rogue Ronins, checking my kunai and smoke bombs, debating if I want to risk it all to learn about a new enemy camp, or just drive by with Kage. That's the best name. If you chose another one, you can jump. Oh my god! It's been weeks at this point. I've just been searching and searching, but nothing here has the answer to just how replayable this game is. I'm gonna have to suit up and venture out for answers. Just wish me luck, enough to come back safe. Ghost of Tsushima's gameplay is so genuinely perfect that it's hard for me to even put it into words, but I'm still gonna try. The gameplay revolves around 2 main forms of attack: honorable katana combat and the reason Mongols have Jin permeating their nightmares each night. The katana combat is so high stakes, especially on lethal, where you're never more than 1 to 2 seconds apart from death. However, the same applies to enemies, giving the combat the same feeling as being on a tightrope with your biggest enemies and seeing which one of you slips first. The second facet of gameplay is the way in which you skulk about, sneaking through camps, slowly culling every Mongol until only their leader stands. So you low-key just behead him in front of his subordinates. Yeah, this game is fucking brutal at times. This tightrope balance act, if you get caught sneaking... What the hell? These tightrope balance acts if you get caught sneaking, and the delicate dance that is actually sneaking around work to create an insanely fun gameplay loop where you're much like a clown juggling chainsaws and pulling pins. That might have been a strange analogy, but I think you get what I mean. Have you played Ghost of Tsushima? You will let me know in the comments how you feel about the gameplay, and if you agree with me, disagree with me, or think I'm onto nothing. Furthermore, have you ever noticed how open world games always either have fast travel or an annoying way of getting around from point A to point B? No, you two do not count. Well, this game completely eliminates that with this genius win system. I've already heard countless people sing the praises of the win system, but now it's my turn, and I've got plenty of new things to say about not just that, but the entire open world exploration systems. You need to understand how conditioned we are to slop from the Far Cry 3 formula. If you understand that, you can understand and appreciate the inner machinations of the wind and points of interest system in Ghost of Tsushima. The wind system will guide you to a place. No map, no mini-map, not even a compass. Just follow the wind, bro. Then once you actually get to the place, whether it be a cute fox den, environmentally brilliant shrine parkour challenge, or a fucking piece of shit bamboo challenge, fuck! It actually lets you teleport directly to them, whenever. Because, let's be real, who wants to teleport to the nearest waypoint and run over? Let us just get to the fun part, directly. And what would you know, that's what they let us do. Furthermore, during the plot of Ghost of Tsushima, you are permanently scolded over and over by your uncle about how you kill people with primitive shinobi tactics as opposed to honorable katana 1v1s. However, this constant scolding in my first playthrough really made me want to avoid using the unhonorable tactics, so I ended up barely ever using the ghost tools, spending 50 attempts at a Mongol camp just to clear it honorably. And despite the disappointing realization that I couldn't complete the game like this, I still had a lot of fun trying. This all leads me to the point where there are two completely different worlds of gameplay that are usually fused, but if you end up playing the game one way or another on your first playthrough, then it leaves a whole different style untapped for you to enjoy on your second run through of the game. Or fourth. I know I'm really close now. I can literally see the why games are so good but why specifically Ghost of Tsushima is so replayable store in the distance. I've just got to keep making my way to it. But I'm running really low on subscribers. I don't know if I'll make it, but I still have to try. Great games leave an impression. When you think, eat, sleep, make beats, or anything, the great game lingers in the back of your head. It could inspire you, or make you think about it so much that you want to come back. It could make you beat it, go play it again, linger a few years, then when someone on your 5-man Steam family buys it, and you see it for free on your computer, you just want to pick it up again. Games that are great are always permeated by the essence of one emotion and one emotion alone. The only emotion that can make you sink insane amounts of time into one thing. The only emotion that any game developer needs to think about ever. Fun. Games that hold the essence of fun are able to draw you in, keep you in, become your best friend, buy you a drink, send you a good morning and good night reel, call you home popsicle, and sub to your YouTube account when it's full of poorly edited Roblox slop. Games that hold this essence have gameplay that is always engaging. I don't know about you, but if I was on a tightrope with my biggest enemy or juggling chainsaws and bowling pins, I think I'd be pretty engaged. Thank you so much for watching my video. This game is fantastic, and there are a lot of things that are going for it. However, what I neglected to mention was the large amount of people that believe this game is in fact just UV slop. And I can see how people could believe this, but I think the combat and story puts this game apart. The invisible honor system plus satisfying combat that has genuine depth you can learn and get super skilled at, like DMC5 or Bayonetta type games, sets it apart and makes me really believe that it has potential to be a new future forever game for me. Obviously, if you liked the video, subscribe, and if you subbed, like the video, and join my Discord in the description. Please, I love you. Meow. 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 Hi, Hugo.